there, Treehouse kids and families, and we are back today with session 2 of our new series, Messages. We are going to kickstart today's session with some messages from you guys. We've got a message here for Mia. You are kind and funny, and you have a great smile. Lots of love from Anya.
You're a really good friend, Rosalie. Got a message for Izzy. Izzy's so amazing.
Indy and Wendy, we miss you.
We've got a message from Indy to Eleni. She wants to say that she misses you so much and she can't wait for you to be able to play together again. And when all this is over, she wants you to come round for tea.
Olivia, you're the best friend ever. I hope to see you again. I love you. I would like to send a video to my friend Seth because he's my best friend and he always inspires me.
How lovely to see some of the messages that you've sent to each other. Don't forget, you don't have to just wait for a Sunday to send a message here. You can send a message anytime to your friends to keep in contact and to say something that will make them smile. Now, over to Rob to lead us in the second session.
Okay guys, let's play a quick game. Go grab some pegs from outside or from the kitchen and let's begin. We're going to try and remember as many Bible characters as we can. Every time you can name a Bible character, pin a peg on yourself. I'll play first, so start the timer. 3, 2, 1, go. Mary. Joseph. John. Elijah. The angel Gabriel. Peter. Paul. Joseph. Jacob. Moses. Joshua. David. Abraham. Sarah. Esther. How many can you guys do? That was a bit harder than I thought, actually. Right, your turn. We'll start the timer for you. 3, 2, 1, go. Before we begin, I want to ask you a question. Have any of you got your Christmas trees up yet? Well, tell me, what do you put at the very top of your Christmas tree? Some people put a star at the top of their tree. That's a good choice. After all, a very special star played a really important part of the Christmas story. Some people like to put an angel at the top of their tree. That's a good choice too, because angels plays a really important part of the Christmas story too. Last week we heard about Zachariah and the message that an angel gave him that he would have a son. This week we're going to hear a similar message from an angel to a different woman, Mary. Let's watch the video together and see what the angel Gabriel had to say to Mary.
In the town of Nazareth in Galilee, there lived a young woman named Mary. Mary was engaged to be married to a man named Joseph, who was a descendant of King David. One day, God sent the angel Gabriel to Mary. The angel said, "Peace be with you. The Lord is with you and has greatly blessed you." Mary was greatly troubled. She wondered what the angel's words meant. The angel said, "Do not be afraid, because you have found favor with God. You will become pregnant and give birth to a son who you will name Jesus." Mary asked, "How can that happen? I do not have a husband." The angel answered, "The Holy Spirit will come down to you, and God's power will come over you. So your child will be called the Holy Son of God." Mary replied with faith, "I am the Lord's servant. May it happen to me as you have said." Mary became pregnant, and Joseph learned that Mary was pregnant even before they were married. So he planned to break the engagement with her secretly. While thinking about this, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. The angel said, "Joseph, do not be afraid to accept Mary as your wife, because the baby in her is from the Holy Spirit." So we should learn from the story of Joseph and Mary to always be obedient to the will of God. Our obedience to God's commandments prove that we know and love God.
Let's read from the Bible together. Luke 1, verses 30 to 32. But the angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary. You have found favor with God. You will be with child and give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High." This was a pretty incredible encounter. Mary was engaged to be married to Joseph, but they weren't married yet. So it was a real shock to her to hear that they would be having a baby. Joseph was even considering breaking up the engagement, but Mary chose to trust God, knowing that the world might not understand. And through her, the Son of God would be born, the rescuer, Jesus. We've just heard about how Mary trusted God even though he was asking her to do a really scary thing and she didn't know what all the consequences were. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, or maybe your parent or carer who you live with. Maybe you could talk to them and ask them if they've ever heard God asking them to do something and whether that was scary and how they responded to that. But you can know that God always has plans that are good for you and will look after you and protect you in anything he asks you to do. Now it's time to get your activity packs out. We've got some really fun things to try today. Using the tissue paper, can you create a silhouette stained glass window? Maybe you could do a picture from today's story like Mary and Gabriel. Or you could create Christmas tree decorations out of the lollipop sticks. You can colour them in and stick things on them and then make them look like Christmas trees. Or you could try to turn a paper plate into an angel to help you remember today's story. That's everything for today. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you found it useful, and we'll see you next week.